What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572. Return a chance. Today is Sunday, October 12th, 2025. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing Sunday. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather and have been kind of dealing with a flu for the past couple of days. So I'm probably just going to stay in today and try to recover. I'm going to do some Yu-Gi-Oh! Organizing. I do have some stuff I do want to take a look at in bulk. I want to, skim through and see if I find anything. But I wanted to get you guys some cards to look at this week in the market. We're going to be starting off with Medias de Pure, which I can admit I actually called wrong. I did say I didn't think this card was a good pickup at the $5 price point. I actually ended up selling my copy at $5, but it looks like this card has gone up in price, and I think some support was announced for the Medias archetype. I'm not too sure about that. I could recall that there's like a Synchro Medias stuff that got announced. I could be confusing it with something else. Comment down below if I'm wrong about that. But it is jumping up to $13.20 now. It was a $5 card. 37 listings, $13.24, $13.50, heading up to the $14 price point. Like I always say, I'm not always sure about these card prices. I don't know the future of cards. Most of the stuff I do is just for entertainment purposes only. Wink, wink. But I'm mostly right about some of these cards. Some cards I do get wrong, and I can admit, Medias de Pure was one of those cards I did get wrong about. I guess it was just my player brain taking over for this one, and I've gone against the deck. I haven't had too much trouble beating it, so I just didn't think this card would jump up so high. But yeah, like I said, sometimes my player brain takes over, and it calls cards wrong. Noah Punk is the next card. Noah Punk Rising Scale from Battles of Legend. Looks like this card is having some movement. Was sitting at a price point of like $6-ish and jumped up to $10. Now we have it at $15.75, $15, $16.58, and then $17.55. If anyone could let me know down below why Noah Punk Rising Scale is going up in price, comment down below. My guess is because maybe of Genesis format, since we're not able to use links or pendulum. I know punks are a pretty good synchro deck, and maybe that's why it's going up in price, because it's a synchro deck that it's performing good in Genesis. I haven't tried out the Genesis format. I've been wanting to, but I've just been so caught up with other stuff and the current format that I haven't had time to dive into Genesis format to try to test things out. But yeah, Noah Punk Rising Scale, definitely something you guys should keep an eye out for, because it's going lower on listings. Next up, we have Spectral Dragon Ruler of Flickers. So this one we did take a look at for the Ultra Rare. Looks like now the Core Sentry Secret Rare has gone up pretty high in price. It used to be sitting around, like it says, $35-ish. Now we have the lowest listing at $79, $80, then going to the $100 price point. Another one that could be for Genesis format, because it is a synchro-based strategy. Again, if you guys know more about Genesis format, comment down below. But this Core Sentry is heading way up in price. The Ultra Rare we took a look at on our past market watch, but we're going to take a look at it again. Was sitting around $4, now going up to the $8, $10 price point. So yeah, these are also, pretty much getting bought out. Next on the market watch, we have Ground Xeno, which has two printings. We have a printing from the 25th anniversary 10 as a prismatic secret rare. We also have a ultra rare that came from Wild Survivors. So it looks like both of these are kind of going lower on listings too. I did hear a rumor that we're getting some new dinosaur support in the future, so maybe people are preparing for that. 26 listings on Ground Xeno. We used to have it sitting around like the $10 price point, $9 price point. Now we have it jumping up to $13.99, $15, and then $15 right here. Again, the Ultra Rare from Wild Survivors looks like it's at 25 listings. This one's also hitting the $15 price point. We only have 3 listings at $15. Then we quickly go up to, actually we have another one right here with a photo, but the seller does not have the little star or any ratings. I guess this is a new seller. You guys can give it a try, but it's $13.69, basically like $15, so 4 listings at $15, and then we quickly go up to $18.89, then trying to hit the $20 price point at the bottom of the first page. So keep your eye out on Ground Xeno, because it is having some movement. We have Bisteel Dispatter, which we took a look at a couple weeks ago on our market watch. We did say it was a good pickup at the $9 price point. Over the past year, we've been talking about how this card was a good pickup. If you picked it up at $9, you're winning right now. But yeah, it is having some movement. We took a look at it about a week ago. It's hitting the $16 price point. Now we're hitting a new high price point of $19. We have 18 listings on this card. So we have 19, 20, 44. So we only have 2 listings at like the $20 price point. Then we quickly go to 26, 27, and then $30. This is for the 25th anniversary 10 version. That is crazy. I've heard that this card is able to be used in the new, with the new, rocket support, because rockets are dragons, and they are able to synchro summon, so they could pretty much make this, is what one person commented on one of my videos explaining why this one might be going up. 19 listings on the Cyberstorm Access version. These are actually under $20. So we have a couple listings under $20, then we hit 21, 27, $24 on the first page, but these are cheaper than the Prismatic Seeker Rares from 25th anniversary 10s. Those 10s keep on getting value. At first they were getting value because of Vanquish Soul, then they were getting value because of let's see what else. Let's actually take a look at the 10s quickly. Let's go high to low. So we have Chaos Angel in there, we have Blue Eyes White Dragon, they have Albion in there, they have Thrust in there, Heavy Polymerization. This 10, if you guys could find it and are able to open it, I would say go for it, because you're always pulling something of value from it. Blue Eyes White Dragon, this is one I pulled when I bought one of these 10s, but now we have Biseal Disc pattern here. Yeah, I think this 10 has some good value if you are if you do want to buy a product and gamble on it. You can't go wrong with these 10s. I definitely will be looking for some and trying my luck out for something to open. Fakor Gracia looks like it is at 32 listings, and it is moving up in price. We had this card sitting under $1, but now we have it reaching a $2 price point, $2.49, $2.99. This is something you probably had in bulk, or have in bulk if you opened up Ancient Guardians, because it was under $1. So definitely go check that out and see if you guys could make some money off of this while it is hyped up. I know Sophicord was being teched with K9. It hasn't done too much in the format, but I guess people are trying it out. We do have the collector rares also above market price at $56. But for most people, I think this is the one you might have. So I would definitely go dig through that book. I'm going to be digging through mine to see if we have some and then offload them. Flying Sea looks like it is also getting a bio. We took a look at this card a couple market watches ago. The ultra rares are now at a low of 9 listings, and we have these sitting at moderately played. We have a lightly played at $11.99, $19.99, and then $24.99. I'm pretty sure this is for Genesis format. It says when your opponent normal or special summons a monster except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand to the opponent's side of the field in face-up defense position. The controller of this card cannot exceed summon. Okay, so you cannot exceed summon this card, so you're going to have to get rid of this card somehow. I guess you could fusion it. I know in Genesis format you can't link, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to get rid of this card since you can't link. Yeah, it's going to... I guess that's why it's being used for Genesis format. In the current format, you could just SP Little Knight this with something and get rid of it. But I believe in Genesis format, it's a much stronger card, so that's why it's up in price. We do have comments from OTS Tournament Pack 1 that are at 8 listings. I'm definitely going to check my bulk out, see if I have these, because these are pushing up to like the $2 price point. This is $3.99 shipping, so it's basically like $4. That's $2.49 with shipping. That's like $2 something with shipping, so like a $2 card now for this OTS Tournament Pack common. We also have Judgment of Light comments, which are a little bit lower in price. And then these 2014 Megaton comments are only at 20 listings. Looks like these are pushing up to the $1 price point as well. We have $198 on the first page. So go check if you guys have some Flying Seas in your book. Even the comments are starting to be worth something. The Rescue Rabbit from the eFootball collaboration, I wanted to take a look at because I think these were selling for like $20. Now we have them dropping down to 33 listings. We have 11.19, 11.40, 11.50. So like I want to say like a $12 to $13 card for this Rescue Rabbit. I wasn't able to go to my OTS store and grab me one. But if you did, it's a nice collectible. It's a Rescue Rabbit. It's a unique art. I think this card definitely has potential to go up later on in the future. Right now, because a lot of people have them and are able to get them, that's why I think it's only holding at the $12, $13 price point. But in the future, once this card isn't available anymore, I'm pretty sure it's going to go up in price. I noticed Skullmeister going up a little bit in price. We had it sitting at like the $5 price point. Now we have it pushing up to $7.50, $8.52, and then hitting the $10 price point on the first page. How do you guys feel about Skullmeister as a hand trap to be used in the format? Do you guys consider it a good hand trap? Or are you guys playing something else instead of Skullmeister? Let me know down below. Heavenly Zephyr, Miradora, caught my eye because it's only at 27 listings. I did sell a couple of these over the past couple of weeks. I think I got them for like $1, but now we have them pushing up to $3, $3.29, and then they quickly go up to $4.49 and $5. So it's definitely something you want to keep your eye out on. In the past, this card was used as a hand trap, but it didn't have that much success. I'm not sure if maybe there's a deck out there that could actually take advantage of this card's effect. It says the activation and effect of this card's effects cannot be negated. If your opponent special summons a monster with 2,000 or more attack from the extra deck, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is special summoned from your hand, you could target one face-up opponent's monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. Neither player can activate that monster's effects while this monster is face up on the field. Let me know how you guys feel about Heavenly Zephyr Miradora. I guess it is kind of like a negate. It's a dragon, so maybe dragon decks could take advantage of this. But I mean, Effect Veiler kind of does the same thing, and you don't have to. This does give you a body though. But it could also be, it says this card's activation and effect of this card's effect cannot be negated. Okay, can be negated. Okay, so that's a positive thing. Maybe, let's see, Effect Veiler does negate a target. This one targets too, but it can't be negated. And it gives you a body. So that's not bad. How do you guys feel about Heavenly Zephyr Miradora? If you just want access to the card, we do have Ultra Rares available from 2022 10, so you guys could go pick those up. But the other ones are starting to head up to like the $5 price point. We just got announced some new Assault Mode support. I already took a look at some of the other Assault Mode cards and noticed they weren't really heading up in price. Arcane Apprentice though is one that's starting to head up. If this card is used for a synchro summon of a synchro monster and sent to the graveyard, add one Assault Mode activate from your deck to your hand. This card only has one printing, and we actually took a look at this card a couple market watches ago and noticed it was going up in price and didn't know why. Something tells me that someone at Konami gets intel and then goes out and buys cards. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that. I mean, if I worked at Konami, I would definitely take advantage of that information and, go buy out cards I know are getting support. So I don't blame them. But I'm pretty sure there's someone in there that does that and causes cards to get, bought out and takes advantage of that. Because this card was sitting around like the $4 price point. Now we have it sitting at 15 listings. Looks like it's jumping up to $5, $4.25, and then $7 at the bottom of the first page. Let me know if you guys have played Assault Mode, or if you guys are planning to play Assault Mode, and how important Arcane Apprentice is to the Assault Mode strategy. If this card is used for a synchro summon of a synchro monster and sent to the graveyard, add one Assault Mode activate from your deck to your hand. Isn't Assault Wolf better? Because you could just discard it and add Assault Mode activate. This one you have to summon and then synchro summon. Isn't Assault Wolf better? Wolf. Assault. Let's go with Assault in Yu-Gi-Oh! There's an Assault Wolf, I think, that lets you add it by just discarding it. Assault Mode. in Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, so Beast. This one says you can discard this card from your hand to the graveyard. Add one assault mode, activate for every deck to your hand. Isn't this better than the Arc Knight? This one does have other copies, commons, and then comments from the Crimson King structure deck. The rare being the most expensive, the highest rarity. Still sitting under $1. Wouldn't this be considered a better card than the other one we just took a look at? Because this one you could just discard and add assault mode activate. You don't have to get onto the field. The other one you have to actually get onto the field, and then yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this card. Someone let me know down below how important this card is to the strategy. Grand Sulfur Musia we took a look at. It's still up there in price. 30 listings, a $2 card, something you want to dig out through bulk. It only has one printing from Dawn of Majesty, so go check that bulk and see if you guys have some and offload them. Book of Lunar Eclipse, another one we took a look at. We actually took a look at the Starlight version of this card, but now we're taking a look at the Secret Rare, which looks like it's also starting to move up in price. Was sitting under $1, but now we have it pushing up to $3, $4.30, $4.99, and then $3.87. Basically like a $5 card now. Someone let me know if maybe this is for Genesis format that it's being tech for, because I know in the current format, Book of Eclipse is a better card. Maybe in Genesis format, this could be a better card, because since you don't have to deal with link monsters, this card is a little bit more effective. Discard one card and target 2 face-up monsters on the field. Change them to face-down defense position. So it's basically a Book of Moon times 2. Next we have DD Griffin. This is the Battles of Chaos one that we're going to be taking a look at. It's a super rare. Currently it is at 71 listings. Was sitting around like 30 cents. Now it's starting to move up to like the $1 price point. So it's one of those cards you want to go check your bulk for and see if you have. Maybe offload them if you guys want. They are worth something now. We're always trying to find value in bulk. Crimson Blader, the Chorus Entry Secret Rare. Looks like it's low on listings. We only have how many listings? I thought I saw 13. We have 15 listings for this card. This is a card that was sitting at $2.54, $3. Now it's pushing up to the $10 price point, $13, and then $15 on the first page. It says if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends to the graveyard, your opponent cannot normal or special summon level 5 or higher monsters during their next turn. So it's a nice little floodgate-ish type card, but it does require you to destroy an opponent's monster by battle. Comment down below if you guys think this card is going to stay at this high price point for a while, or is it going to come back down. I just don't like that it has to destroy an opponent monster by battle. So first you have to make this, and then you're going to have to try to get your opponent to let you go into the battle phase and destroy one of his monsters. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be it's worth bringing it out. I mean, if you could pull it off, you could pull it off, but in modern era Yu-Gi-Oh, I think it's a little bit harder to get into the battle phase and try to do that. Totem Bird looks like it is low on listings for its Secret Rare from Lord of Tachyon. We also have the 2014 Megaton version at 20 listings, so let's take a look at what they are at. Looks like the Lord of Tachyon version is sitting at like the $10 price point, moving up to $13, and then $18 at the bottom of the first page. We have the 2014 Megaton Secret Rare version. This one's at $6.77, $6.37, pushing up to the $10 price point. Someone let me know what deck is using this. It's a Winged Beast, 2 level 3 wind monsters. Maybe it's a target to go into to be able to use Heartbeast Featherstorm. During either player's turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, you can attach 2 Exceed materials from this card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. This card loses 300 attack while it has no Exceed materials. Is the new Radiant archetype level 3? Radiant. Let's take a look. Maybe they're the ones that are able to make it. Okay, so Radiant Typhoon Swen is a level 3. Crocea is a level 6. Swen, Phonics. Okay, so the Radiant Archetype does have 2 level 3s, so maybe they're able to make it. Radiant Typhoon Emblem's a level 3. Radiant Typhoon Maghella is a level 3. Okay, so they do have some level 3. Maybe this is the deck that's making it. And I guess it's a good card because it does negate a spell or a trap, so it's a form of interruption. Is that why it's going up? Let me know in the comments. Verna Self of the Missing Seedlings looks like it's getting a price jump again. We've seen this card, we covered it so many times on Market Watch. It's just gone up and down over the past couple of years. Only has 1 printing from Darkwing Blast. It's a super rare. This card was sitting under $1, but it looks like now it's starting to push up to the $2 price point, $2.49, and then we hit $3 on the first page. Is this because maybe it's being teched in Genesis format with Medoches? Let me know down below if you guys have any info on that. Lureless Ensemble Robin looks like it's pushing up as well a little bit. This is a card you probably considered bulk. It was sitting around like 60 cents, but now we have it pushing up past the $1 price point, $1.49, $1.49. So dig them out of bulk. Maybe you could get something out of it. If you could get $1 out of these cards, I think it's worth, pulling out. But yeah, Lureless and Summer Robin only has 1 printing, and it's from Legendary Duelist Synchro Storm. It's an ultra rare. Next up, we have the first Dark Lord, which is a new Dark Lord card from Rise. Is it a new card? Rise of the Duelist? When did Rise of the Duelist come out? Actually, no. This card is actually pretty old. It's a couple years old. I thought this card was a new card, but no. It's this Dark Lord card came out in Rise of the Duelist. It's a super rare, and we do know we have Dark Lord support coming out. This card is at 27 listings. Right now, being worth $2, $2.50, and then they quickly push up to $3.85 and then $4. If you guys open up some Rise of the Duelist, go dig this out of bulk. I think at one point it was sitting under the $1 price point and wasn't even worth too much. I know I have some of these somewhere in bulk, so I'm gonna go dig mine out. Lunar Light Fusion. Lunar Light is still one of those decks in the format that could compete. I hate how they end on the Towers Fusion Monster and the Baguska. It's kind of annoying because I have a hard time getting over it. We have Lunar Light Fusion, the super rare at 16 listing. It's still worth something at $10. This is a card I believe that was sitting at like $1, $2 back when was it? It was a couple months ago. And then we have the Lunar Light Fusion Commons at 47 listings, and then the OTS Tournament Pack ones at 53 listings. The ones you want to mostly take a look at and see if you have are the super rares. It's the highest rarity. Lunar Light Fusion, that's available. Fire King High Avatar. Garunix, the Core Sentry Seeker. It's only at 6 listings. This card was selling for $7-ish, now pushing up to the $11 price point. We have a couple listings still at $11, $13, but then they quickly jump up to what? This is like $17, $18 with shipping. That's like $17 with shipping. Then we go to $30. I know that this card, it says once per turn during your next standby phase after this card was destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon this card from a graveyard. If you do, destroy all other monsters in the field. When this card is destroyed by battle sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Fire King monster from your deck. So I think Fire King only plays 1 copy of this because the new Fire King, I forgot that Fire King's name, the one that just got reprinted, is able to do something with this. And so this is a one-off, but I think if you buy this one, it says $11.70. I would take a chance on this if you're watching this Market Watch to buy this, because then after that they quickly go up to like the $17 price point and could even hit $30. But yeah, that's another Fire King card you guys should keep on your radar right here. Circle of the Fire Kings, another Fire King card moving up in price. We have a lot of Fire King movement on the market over the past couple weeks. This card was sitting at $2.55, now at 20 listings. Right now we have it pushing up to the $5 price point, $6 price point. Again, this is probably another one that you only play 1 copy of. Let me know if you guys play Fire Kings, how many copies of this you play, but I believe it's only like a one-up because you can search for it. It says target one fire monster you control and one fire monster in your graveyard. Destroy the monster you control, and if you do, special summon the other from your graveyard. Again, comment down below how many of these you play, but it is one of those Fire King cards that is also moving up. Ancient Warriors Double Oath. Ancient Warriors Oath Double Dragon Lords. This is a card that Tri-Brigade used to play a lot because they were able to make it. Using their effects, was sitting at around $1. Now we have 64 listings on the market. These are starting to push up to the $3 price point. $2.98, $2.99. I do have a couple copies. We have $2.99 right here as well. Something you just want to keep on your radar because it is. We did just get some new Tri-Brigade support, and like I said, they were able to make this pretty easily in Tri-Brigade. This used to be a staple that you would play in the Tri-Brigade strategy. Only has one printing from that Rise of the Duelist. Right now at 64 listings. Was sitting at $1. So yeah, just keep it on your radar because it could start moving up even higher. Void Apocalypse is one of those cards that I actually mentioned on my TikTok, YouTube Reel, and Instagram. Is it Instagram Short? If you guys follow me on either of those, you guys got some info early. But Void Apocalypse is starting to move up in price. This is a super rare for Maternity Code, so another card you probably have in bulk somewhere. Right now, pushing up to $1, $1.10, $1.11, $1.12. We have more listings on the market, but I talked about this card earlier in the week. They were reaching actually $2 to $3. Right now, we have more listings at $1. But yeah, I heard that this are these listings correct? Because I see Refined Gaming LLC over here, Rocky Mountain TCG. Maybe they're double listing. Oh, actually no, they're different conditions. Sorry about that. I thought my TCG player was acting up, but no, they're just different conditions being listed. But yeah, someone commented on my, I believe it was TikTok, saying that this card is able to get you into the, it's a starter for the Red Dragon Archfiend archetype, probably to be used in Genesis format. It says you can discard one card, send one fiend monster from your deck to your graveyard. So, aside from being like able to help Infernoid, it also helps Fiend decks, and the Red Dragon Archfiend archetype does have some Fiends in the strategy, so I could see that happening. If you guys know how that strategy works, let me know down below. But yeah, it is one of those bulk cards you probably want to keep an eye out for and see if you have, because it is only has one printing, and it is seeing some movement on the market. We have Sacred Swords of 7 stars. Moving up in price for some of its printings. We have commons available for my budget players right here, but the ones you want to keep your eye out on is the super rare from the 2014 Megatons. These are at 23 listings, currently at $3.25, $3.75, $4. Looks like the graph shows that they have pushed down in price, but they were sitting at $2.44 at the beginning of October, now pushing up to like $4, $5 on the first page, so they have been seeing some movement. The super rare from Lord of Tachyon are at 41 listings. These are also pushing up to the $3-4 price point, so definitely something you want to keep your eye out on. It says banish one level 7 monster from your hand or face up from your side of the field. Draw 2 cards. You can only activate one Sacred Sword of 7 stars per turn. You guys have any information on what deck can be using this? I know Kashtira's made up of level 7s. I know, I think Regenesis has some level 7s as well, so maybe it could be using those. But if you have any more info on what decks could be using this, let me know down below. Cyber / Harpy Lady, I think is a good pickup. This card has, I believe, 2 printings. Let's go back. Or does it only have 1 printing? I think it has 2 printings. Has 2 printings. So we have a printing from Battles of Legend Chapter 1. We also have a printing from Dragons of Legend, the complete series. We have 34 listings currently on this card, and it looks like it has been moving up slowly. ever since, let's see, August, the beginning of August, it was at $5. Now we have it pushing up to like $6, $7-ish, $8-ish dollars. So it is seeing some movement. And then we have the Battles of Legend version also at 32 listings. Looks like this one is kind of going on a roller coaster ride, but it is heading upwards. 650, 650, 665, 682, pushing up to the $7 price point. I don't see any Harpy lady support coming out anytime soon, but we are due for it. I'm hoping, it's one of my favorite archetypes. I'm hoping in the future we do get some sort of Harpy lady support. Like I said, sometimes some people I have a theory that some people at Konami get info early on, and they come and buy some of these cards out, and that's what causes these price increases, price movements on the market. And maybe that's because they know some intel about like future support, so maybe that's why this card is going up. Maybe there's future Harpy support on the horizon somewhere. I could just be speculating way too hard, but I don't know. That I'm gonna stick with my theory. I'm gonna pick up my copies of Cyber / Harpy Lady just in case. I did have some other Harpy Lady cards sell on the market too that I have posted up. They're just extras that I don't use from my collection. But I did have some Harpy Lady cards that had been selling, so that's another reason I'm speculating that there's maybe some Harpy Lady support on the horizon. Anti-Spell Fragrance, of course, Sentry Seeker, I think is a good pickup. We have 26 listings for this card. This card is only at 1 currently in the format, but the reason I think it's a good pickup because a lot of the other floodgates like Goes in Match, Rivalry, there's another one, There Can Only Be One, are up in price, and they're only at 1 as well. I wouldn't be surprised if this one follows in those footsteps and starts increasing to like the $20 price point like those other cards are at. So I would pick up my copies of Anti-Spell Fragrance early before they start going up in price. Ghost Fairy Elphobia currently is sitting at only 11 listings. This is a card that was sitting at $1, now sitting at $17.19, and that is for a super rare from Lord of Tachyon Galaxy. Only has 1 printing. $19, $21, $24.99, and hitting $28.99 at the bottom of the first page. That is crazy. It says once per turn you can reveal 1 win monster in your hand until the end of your opponent's next main phase 1. Monsters with a level higher than the revealed monster cannot activate their effects. So you basically summon this card. Let's say you're playing the new Radiant archetype, which is Wind. You could reveal, let's say, one of the level 3 Radiant monsters in your hand, and your opponent is locked out from using monsters with a level higher than the revealed monster cannot activate their effects. Okay, so you can your opponent can activate monsters with a level 4 or higher. Monsters with a level of 4 or higher cannot activate their effects. Level 3, yes, because you revealed a level 3 Radiant monster, but not a level 4. So I guess that's a really good floodgate. Until the end of your opponent's next main phase 1, monsters with a level higher than... until the end of your opponent's next main phase 1. So you could do it on your turn. You could summon this, activate it, and your opponent's locked out from using any monster that has a higher level than whatever you revealed. Right now, for the example we use, it's a Radiant level 3 monster, so that's not bad. Not a bad little floodgate. How do you guys feel about this one right here, Ghost Fairy Elphobia? You think it's a good tech? What deck would you be using it in? We have Level Limit Area B, which I noticed was actually worth something for all of its copies. I just wanted to bring this to your attention in case maybe you guys have some bulk lying around somewhere. Just wanted to let you know it is worth something, so go pull it out. We have Super Rares from Astro Pack at like $10-ish. Looks like we have commons right here, market price $4. We have other commons from Ancient Sanctuary at like $3-4. Legendary Collection 3 Yugi's World commons at like $4-ish for market price. And then we have Dark Revelation Volume 2. These are sitting at like $10 for rare. So go search for level limit area beads if you guys maybe have some. Gold Pride Eradicator, the Core Century Secret Rare, is kind of low on listings. We only have it sitting at currently 17 listings. Was sitting at a $7 price point, now pushing up to $8.58, $9. Then we go to up to $11.70, $14.99, and then $14. Do you guys think this is a good pickup? Maybe for like Genesis format, since it is one of those decks that is, I believe, synchro based, right? Gold Pride is synchro based, right? I think they have one Link monster in there. I'm not sure how important it is to go into it. It says during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one fusion, synchro, exceed, or Link monster on the field, or if your life points are lower than your opponent's, you can target two and then destroy them. You can only use the effect of Gold Pride Eradicator once per turn during the end phase. If this previous effect was activated this turn, return this card to the extra deck. If you do special summon one Gold Pride Eliminator from your deck or graveyard. But yeah, it is starting to see some movement. You guys could probably come in here and buy some of these that are around like the $7 price point, $8 price point, and then they're going to quickly go up to $10, $11, and $15. If you guys have any more info on Gold Pride Eradicator, let me know down below. Next up on the market watch, we have Fiendish Rhino. So this one caught my attention because the super rare is only at 18 listings. We do have commons and rares available for my budget players, but this super rare from OTS Tournament Pack 2 is heading up in price. We had it sitting around like the $4 price point. Now we have our cheapest listing at $6. Then we quickly go up to $8.24, $8.96, and then $9.65 on the first page. Maybe this is for the Red Dragon Archfiend deck, since it is a Fiend monster and is able to send a Fiend monster into the graveyard. Comment down below if you guys have more info on Fiendish Rhino Warrior. We have Blackwing Shura, the Blue Flame. This one, for all its copies, it's worth something, even the comments. So it's one I wanted to mention on this market watch to help you guys go dig through bulk and have something to go search out for. Looks like the comments from Goat Series are like $2. Raging Battle comments, $2. We also have Ultra Rares at a market price of $14. We have Super Rares at a market price of $4. And then we have Rares at a market price of like $2.50. So not a bad card to dig out through bulk if you guys maybe have some. Dogmatica Matrix, I noticed, was going up in price. This could be because of the new Dogmatica card that got released in Doom of Dimension. We have 20 listings currently for this card. It only has one printing from Photon Hypernova, and it's quickly moving up to like the $2 price point. We had it sitting, like I said, like around 50 cents, and now we have it pushing up to like $1, $1.33, basically like a $2 card with shipping. So if you guys maybe open up some some Photon Hypernova, go dig out this card from bulk, because you probably did put it in bulk and now it's worth something. We're actually looking at a lot of cards that are worth something from bulk today. Sideframe Gear Gamma looks like it's back in the format. I've been seeing a lot of decks that have top recently use Gamma and like Delta together. They use 3 Delta, maybe 1 Gamma, or 2 Delta and 1 Gamma. And so I think it's one of those cards to keep an eye out on. We do have budget versions from El Dorado. Premium gold rares that are sitting under $1. We have rares from Tomb Chaos that are sitting under $1. The super rare and the ultra rare are above $1. We have 29 listings on the super rare. This one is currently at $3, $3.75, pushing up to like almost a $4 price point. It was one of those cards that was sitting at $1.20, it looks like. And since it saw some play, it is getting bought more. We have ultra rares from High Speed Riders being the highest rarity. Actually, no, we have a collector rare for this card. We'll take a look at that in a bit. But the ultra rares look like they are moving to $6.88, $8, $9, $8.29, $10.75 on the first page. Let's take a look at the collector rare now, which is the highest rarity for Sideframe Gear Gamma. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets like a Starlight or something. The collector rare for Gamma looks like it was sitting at $65, dropped down to like 64, 65-ish. We still have copies of this at 23 listings. We have unlimited sitting at $51.79, $55, $60, and then we hit first edition at 63. Actually, no, 60 is our first edition, and 63, 65, 67. So not too much of a price increase on the collector rare. We had it sitting at a high price point of 80, came down to 65. Let's say the ear graph had a high price point of 90, came down to 65. So if you were to pick up this collector rare Gamma right now, you wouldn't be paying too much of a premium on it, since it isn't at its highest, and still kind of low compared to what it's been at. $50 for unlimited, and then first edition at 60, 63. Wouldn't be a bad pickup, since it's seeing some play in the format. Maybe it could come back to 3. Spirit Reaper, this prismatic secret rare from the Speed Duel set. Is it Battle City? Speed Duel Battle City final set is only at 8 listings. This card was sitting at $1, but now we have $170, $199, pushing up to the $2 price point with only 8 listings on the market. So that's the reason I put it on this market watch. It's just so concerning seeing cards like this get bought out with low listings. They are starting to see a price increase to the $2 price point. We're at $1. I don't know what you want to do with that info, but I think it's a good pickup. It's one of those classic cards that I know I used to use back then. My brother used to use back in the day. I'm pretty sure you guys used to play this card back in the days as well, for like older formats. Mardale Gene Raider Boss of Light looks like it's seeing some movement for the secret rare from Mystic Fighters. We have 25 listings currently on this card. $4.68, $5.45, $5.49, $3, $5, $7, $7.99. So it's starting to move up to the $8 price point. This is a card that I believe was around like $3. Yeah, $3-ish dollars, moves up to $4, and now pushing up to like the $5, $6, $7, $8 price point. So keep your eye out on Mardale. I know they're a pretty good deck for Genesis format. We took a look at Lopter the other day and saw it was like hitting the $20 price point. So I wouldn't be surprised if Mardale starts increasing up to the $15 price point, because it's one of the better Gene Raider monsters. It lets you search for any Gene Raider monster or a card, I think. Hoppier Squadron is another common that you probably want to dig through bulk for. This card looks like it's been increasing in price. Was sitting at $1, now pushing up to the $2 price point, $2.70, so almost reaching the $3 price point for this common version. And then the rare also is only at 33 listings. This one is also moving up, it looks like. That's what the graph tells us. $235, $244, $277, also moving up to like almost a $3 price point. So go dig through that bulk, see if you guys have some hoppier squadrons. We have number 82, Heartland Draco. The super rare from the Advent calendar is only at 6 listings right here. Looks like we have it at $5.56, $6.99, then go up to $10 and then $20 at the bottom of the first page. This is a generic rank 4. It says 2 level 4 monsters. While you control a face-up spell, your opponent cannot target this card for attacks. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card. This turn, this card can attack your opponent directly, but other monsters cannot attack. Is this something we're using to go into like Zeus or something? Let me know down below why this is only at 6 listings. We have 35 listings on the premium gold secret rare. For number 82, looks like this one's starting to increase in price a little bit too. We have $377, $377, $5, $5.55, $4.49 for Marley Plate. So like a $5 card. So definitely something worth keeping your eye out on. Red Eyes Metal Flare Dragon, the Core Century Secret Rare, is starting to see a bump up. We have 21 listings on the market for this card. We saw a price decrease for this card. I remember seeing this card as high as $17. Then it came down. We had it sitting at $6. Right now we have a couple copies at $6.49, $7, $7.66. So if you're watching this market watch, you'll probably buy these out, because after these they quickly go up to $10, then $12, $11.88, and then hit $15 at the bottom of the first page. Could be because of a comeback in Regenesis or Cashera. Those are the two decks that I saw this card being played in, but it could also be for Genesis format. If you guys have any more info on why Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon is going up, let me know down in the comments below. What do we have next? What are we at? We are at 50 minutes. Okay, so we're probably going to keep this under a market watch under an hour. Yes. Next up, we have Radiant, the multi-dimensional kaiju. We're specifically going to be looking at the ultra rare since it's the highest rarity. This one is at 36 listings, and it looks like we had it sitting at around $1.50. Now it's pushing up to like $2, $2.30. And we have a couple listings here at $1.25, $1.52, but with shipping, that basically makes this like a $2 card. It's one of those cards you probably threw into bulk, so another card you want to search for. From Battles of Legends Chapter 1, it is the highest rarity multi-dimensional kaiju that we have. The other ones are rare, rare, common, and common, so maybe that's why this one's seeing a price increase and it's starting to go lower on listings. We have Paleozoic Morella still up in price and being worth something. We have commons, looks like they have a market price of $1. And other commons from 2017 Megatens at $1.60. And we only have 14 listings on the Super Rare from OTS Tournament Pack 7. This card is able to send a trap card from your deck to the graveyard. So I guess it could send something like Black Goat's Laugh. What's another card that functions in the graveyard? There's some other cards that function in the graveyard, but Black Goat's Laugh is one of the most popular ones. So it can help you send Black Goat's Laugh into the graveyard. 14 listings of it right now. $3.99, $4.44, $5.30, $6.38, $6.45, and then $5 at the bottom of the first. Actually, no, this is like $9 at the bottom of the first page, because with shipping, it makes it $9. Something to pay attention to. We got announced a new Electromagnet Warrior. Basically, rock support is what people are calling it. It helps rock decks out. This beta, the Magnet Warrior, I wanted to take a look at because it's only at 27 listings. Currently sitting at 284, 440, 472, 571. I wasn't really around when Electromagnet Warriors came out. It's a structured deck Yugi Moto. I'm not sure when this came out. Beta the Electromagnet Warrior. How many more Electromagnet Warriors are there? Electromagnet. Let's take a look. So we have Super Electromagnet Voltic Dragon Ultimate Rare. Looks like this one is sitting at what, like $2, $3, $4, $5. Is this important to the strategy? No, this is for battery, right? It says Battery Man C, Battery Man D. This is a Thunder card. I don't think this is even part of that Electromagnet archetype. Or is it? I'm not too familiar. Look at these. Gamma the Electromagnet Warriors Super Rares are only at 20 listings. So that's something to keep your eye out on. These have lower listings than this Super Rare right here. So let's take a look at it. Looks like these are sitting at $2.90, $4.29, so starting to move up to the $5 price point too. Is it the new Magnum Warrior that caused these two cards to go down in listings like this? We also have Alpha, the Electromagnet Warrior right here at 35 listings. We only have 12 listings on this Ultra Rare from Dark Revelation 4. But this is for the Battery Man archetype. It doesn't say, let's say, Electromagnetic Voltic Dragon. How important is this one? Is this something we should be taking a look at? Battery Man Double A. Why is this one so low on listings? I don't think this is part of the Electromagnet, or is it? Because it says Battery Man. But it's only at 12 listings. We have a listing here at $3.79, $2.50, $4.09, $6.60, and then they quickly go up to $10, $11, and then $18 on the first page. Let me know down below if you guys have any information on what we should be buying for the Magnet Warrior or Rock Archetype. I think this is the last card we have. And last card on today's Market Watch going to be Mind Castling. Actually, no, I did want to have one more card on here, but this is the second to last card. Mind Castling is one of those cards that was sitting at like under $1, but right now we have it moving up. I'm not sure why, but it's hitting like the $2 price point, $2.25. 252, 50 listings on a market. It says you could target one face of monster your opponent controls, switch control of that monster and discard. If this synchro summon card is sent to the graveyard, you could target one face of monster on each field, switch control of those monsters. Okay, so if your opponent tries to get rid of this, actually no, they could easily take advantage. I'm not sure. So if you take it, let's say your opponent has like a Cashier Fenrir, that already used its effect. You're going to target it to take control of it and switch control. Okay. Okay, so I guess it's like a change of heart, sort of, right? Because you could just attack over this, and then that's kind of a way to... Right. I'm sorry, I'm kind of losing my mind on this one. I guess there's a way to take advantage of this, or is there like a combo play that you could do with this, with something your opponent controls? You could target one face-up monster your opponent controls, switch control of that monster and discard. If this synchro summon card is sent to the graveyard, you could target one face-up monster on each field. I guess it's a going second card, because going first, your opponent doesn't have anything. So it's more like a going second card, I want to say. And then you could take control of one of your opponent's monsters that is like bothering you or something, or giving you trouble. Okay, so not a bad little going second card. What deck is using this? It's a generic level 6 synchro monster. It's a psychic. It's dark. If you guys have more information on what deck is using Mind Castle, let me know down below. But they are moving up, so definitely something you want to take a look through bulk for. They're from the 25th anniversary tins. See if you guys have an offload, because they are like $2 right now. The last card I did want to take a look at is Dragunity Remus. So I noticed this one starting to see some movement. About like 2-3 weeks ago. Like I said, someone knows something in the Konami department and comes in and buys out cards. They get intel and start buying out. Like we just got Dragunity support. This card started moving a couple weeks ago. So we had it sitting around like the $2 price point. Now we have 28 listings and are up to $7.85, $9, $9, $9.14. $9.15 and $9.39. I'm not sure if the new Dragunity support is gonna make this deck like a top tier deck, but since we did get announced support, that's why this card is seeing some movement. It's just hype pushing it up. It's probably gonna come back down, maybe. Let me know how you guys feel down in the comments below. But yeah, I need to get a job at Konami to try to get some intel on some of these cards and know like what's getting support to buy out. That's going to be it for today's Market Watch. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of Chance. This is Ricky572, and we'll see you guys next time.